Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 will begin shortly. Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 starts right now.
Good evening. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us here for Sunday Headlines. I'm Owen Kingsley here at our digital studio. Thanks for joining us. Quick recap. We were supposed to have our newscast earlier at 6:30. Fortunately, golf went to a triple playoff and pushed us back a little ways. So we do have our news coming up at 10 and 11 over on Fox 23 and CBS 13 as regularly scheduled. So any of these stories you'll see here, you'll see much more coming up later tonight. So let's get into a little bit of what we're working on here on the weekends. A few of the headlines that we are following here on this Sunday. We are following updates today on the cleanup efforts of this weekend's fiery train derailment in northern Maine. Around 8:30 yesterday morning, the Canadian Pacific freight train derailed in Sandwich Academy Grant Township in Somerset County. A total of 9 cars derailed and caught fire, and 3 railroad employees were sent to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Canadian Pacific says the train did have hazardous materials on board, but those cars did not catch fire or derail, adding that there has been no threat to the public. Today, the company, along with several state departments like the Maine Forest Service, have helped clean up and repair the railways in the area. The Maine Forest Service said today they have no timetable for when they expect to finish their cleanup efforts. And yesterday marked the 10-year anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing. Tomorrow, the 127th running of the marathon. As many are remembering the tragic day a decade later, CBS 13's Asia Reed spoke with a local volunteer for the race who survived the bombing. She was about 100 yards from the finish line in 2013 when the first bomb went off, and she was much closer to where the second bomb exploded moments later. After that day, she decided to show support for the victims and other survivors by continuing to volunteer every year.
Is one of those things that has been around for so long, and to see all of the volunteers and the spectators and the runners, it's one of those experiences. If you have never been down to Boston to see that, it's definitely worth it.
Asia Reed has Amy Woodman's full story coming up tonight at 10 and 11. And on Monday, CBS 13 and Fox 23 will be live in Boston covering this year's marathon. The race starts just after 9 a.m. Our team coverage begins at 5 a.m. on Good Day Maine. And a cosmic cremation. A Maine doctor and veteran had his cremated remains launched into space earlier this week on a memorial space flight. The company Celestis offers this service for families who to have a unique way to say goodbye to their loved ones. Dr. John Darby was a doctor at Maine Medical Center and served as chief of flight medicine at Reese Air Force Base in Lubbock, Texas. His remains were shot into space Thursday night, where they'll orbit the Earth for the next few years, eventually re-entering and burning up in the atmosphere. Celestis and Darby's family say he had a lifelong fascination with science and aviation that began when he was just a young boy.
Passion for flight. He, at one point in his military career, he was a flight surgeon at an Air Force base, and he started flying T-38 jets and loved that. And so I think and was just a lifelong space interested doctor.
His family also saw this as the perfect tribute to his life and legacy. Dr. Darby died back in 2018 at the age of 62. Well, turning to your weather, very cloudy today. A bit warm, though, but got some rain in the forecast to start the work week. Let's bring in our meteorologist, Ryan Munn, who's got those details to share. So, Ryan, what can we expect for Monday morning?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, tomorrow turns a little more unsettled. Today actually was pretty dry out there with some sunshine. I think there will be more in the way of clouds as we head into tomorrow. Let's first talk about tonight. Lots of clouds out there, mostly dry, and a cold front is approaching the area, and that cold front eventually is going to bring us some rain as we head into tomorrow. So let's get a look at the forecast for the day tomorrow. And you can see, or actually, let's talk about tonight first. You can see the low temperatures tonight dropping back to the mid-40s throughout much of the state. And then lots of clouds expected as we head into tomorrow. This is the overnight hours, maybe a spotty area of a shower or drizzle. And then notice after about 12 or 1 o'clock, that's when the rain kind of starts to develop throughout the area. But it's also not just a wall of rain. We are just going to see periods of rain throughout the afternoon and evening. But I do think it will be a wet evening commute across the state. And unfortunately, the shower threat will continue into Tuesday. But Owen, as you know, we need the rain across the area, and that rain hopefully will bring us some relief tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be nearly enough. We've just been so dry the last 2 weeks or so.
Ryan, before I let you go, we have James Cohen in the comment section asking for some more snow, please. I don't know if it's a little too late in the season. I know certainly.
Yeah, that'd be tough this time of the year. You never know, though.
Well, considering we saw 80s in parts of Maine but a couple of days ago, that'd be quite the turnaround.
Yes, absolutely. It could happen, though. You never know. Not right now, but it could happen some year.
Here in Maine, you never know. Ryan, thank you so much for helping us out and breaking it down for us. And again, those who are interested in his full forecast, Ryan will have that coming up tonight at 10 and 11. Now, finally, I want to leave you with Bidders in Auburn today, helping fundraise for Heart of Hope, a charitable fund to help fight breast cancer. CBS 13's David and Marissa Bodner helped host the event at the Hilton Garden Inn today. The event offered both a live auction and a silent one. The Heart of Hope has been on hold for the past 3 years during the pandemic, making today's return so important for the organization's work to fight cancer. Well, thanks for tuning in here for Sunday Headlines. I'm Owen Kingsley with CBS 13. Again, we'll have our newscast coming up tonight at 10 and 11 on Fox 23 and CBS 13, respectively. So check out all that. You can always go to our website, WGME.com, for all your local headlines. For now, we will hopefully see you coming up in a couple hours.
You've been watching live interactive coverage from CBS 13 and Fox 23. Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social channels.